This video is about why relying on advantage shopping campaigns, also known as ASC, is dangerous. ASC is Meta's new campaign settings that's been out for a while now, and while it does have many advantages, it also has many disadvantages that puts your ads in danger if you or your agency is relying too much on it and don't know how to use it correctly. So I'll be covering what those disadvantages are and how it can be stagnating your brand's growth and wasting ad spend without you even knowing it, and how exactly we use ASC campaigns differently that actually contributes to real growth despite what they say at all these Facebook summits and what other people say. I'm Brandon, one of the co-founders of Digiceptual. We specialize in scaling fashion brands for over 4 years. Here are some of the fashion brands we scale, and we have over 16 testimonials from fashion founders like yourself on their results and experience working with us. If you want to see them, just click the link in bio if you're on Instagram, or click the link in the video description if you're on YouTube. Now, let's cover what the disadvantages are and how it can be stagnating your brand's growth without you even knowing it. Let's set the stage for a minute. ASC is where Meta has the most control of your campaigns. They say their AI algorithm can do all the work, like targeting, for example, for you and get you the results that you want. All you have to do is upload your ad sets and ads to it, and it will handle everything from there. That's essentially how ASC works. Hearing this, of course, it sounds appealing to start using ASC more and more, because Meta's algorithm is extremely advanced, obviously, and it makes running ads so much simpler because they handle everything instead of you manually doing ads. Well, with this appeal, most people start using it. They do get good ROAS and results, and since they do get good ROAS and results, almost all of their campaigns are now ASC. It's logical, right? Well, here are the disadvantages that no one talks about from relying on ASC. One, if you're testing with ASC campaigns, you don't know why things work or didn't. The reason why is, again, ASC is letting Meta control everything, which means it's a black box, right? It is a black box. You don't know exactly what they're doing, and I doubt we'll ever know because it's Meta's internal thing. So if you're testing new ads in ASC campaigns and it works or doesn't work, was it the ad creative? Was it the audience? Like, what audience? You don't know. You won't know exactly how the test was being done. So what's the point of testing if you can't control the process or to get specific results? Basic science. It's just like throwing shit at a wall and just seeing what sticks. Or going to the casino and gambling in hopes of something hitting. Real talk though, if you have an agency and they test an ASC campaigns, what are you paying them for? To push buttons? They click upload creatives into the ASC campaign and that's it. Job's done. Just let Facebook do its thing, right? Then when you want insight on why certain ads work or don't, so your team knows how to make better creatives, there's crickets. Or, I guess do more of this since Facebook says it's working, right? Imagine you're spending a couple $1,000s a day on ads or more, and this is the type of answer you get. Here's how we test creatives. We never use ASC campaigns to test because we control the process to get specific results. Our testing campaigns are ABO, broad audience campaigns. So this is our setup, right? ABO, creative testing broad, US or any other region or any other countries we might want to do. Each ad set has 3 ad sets. Each ad set has 3 ads in the ad set, right? And that's continue. We test 15 ads per week at an absolute minimum. Obviously, the higher the spend and scale, our minimums increase. Oh, typo here, our minimums increase. At least 5 ads are iterations on current winning ads. At least 5 ads are new concepts and angles. And at least 5 ads are other, meaning it's something we and the brand come up together. And when we test carousels, we do 3 categories: e-com, lifestyle, and social, the top 10 bestseller ads. Here are some of the examples, right? E-com, lifestyle, etc. We use bestsellers because those products already have demand in the market, right? So if we're going broad, since we're going broad, and we know it's broad audience, so it's just targeting the market. If we have bestsellers, right? So we know these products are proven. So if the ad doesn't work, we know it's the ad itself, right? So here's the ad, because we know the product is proven, it's just broad audience, so it has to be the ad, right? Which is one of the reasons why we like to test with bestsellers, because they already have demand. Here are our main objectives with testing. First, we want to scale in all segments of your market. Meta goes to different audiences with video ads. So here's a visual example, right? So let's say this is the total market size, your total addressable market, the TAM. Meta goes to different audiences with video ads, carousel ads, experience ads. Let me move this over here. Single image ads, etc. So we want to test and get different types of winning ads to scale into segments and test iterations of them to continue scaling into segments. So maybe this could be single image, this could be video, this could be carousel, this could be experience, etc., etc. And this is extremely important at higher ad spend, it's like 50K to 100K plus per month. Usually brands at 100K plus per month ad spend plateau because their ads are just one type of ad, even if they make variations of it. The reason why is Meta just recognizes your ad as one type and it will keep you in the same segment of the market. Let's say video works really well for you. You just make video variations. Well, in Meta's eyes, you're just using video ads. So they just keep serving you to the same segment here. In order to scale further, you have to break out of that and scale in other segments like single image, carousel, experience, etc. So in order to scale past plateaus, you need other winners of different ads to scale in those segments. Second, give the brand the creative insight and direction. We actively give the brand insights as to why certain ads work and why certain ads don't. It can be the model, the way it's shot, the background. All these insights matter so the brand's creative team can make more of it for us to use and scale. So the bottom line is we control the testing, not Meta. Now the second disadvantage, ASC is just retargeting campaigns in disguise. In order to scale and grow, your ads must be focused on getting new customers at top of funnel. So here's top of funnel. Usually it's 3 parts. So there's top of funnel, there's middle, and the bottom, right? But the tricky thing with ASC is that if you don't set it up correctly, which is what I commonly see in ad accounts, it's just retargeting at the middle and the bottom of funnel. So, because in case you guys need more context, to get new customers, you have to focus on the top. Middle and bottom is usually just remarketing, right? So the ROAS may look on target, but it's actually inflated because a percentage of those sales is from existing customers and the audience you own. And as a result, you're actually not growing much. Because if your ad spend is just focused on middle and bottom of funnel, you're not getting enough new customers in. And there's infinitely more new customers, strangers who don't know you than the audience you own, right? So you can see this in the data just by looking at your ad reports and audience insights in your business manager. So your ads are just overlapping with your other remarketing channels like email, and it's just spamming your existing customers and audience. So just spamming, right? The reason why this happens is that Meta's algorithm tends to prioritize engagement, and they want to get the easiest results possible, quote unquote, for you so that it encourages you to spend more on their platform. So to do that, they just go after your existing customers, right? Because they'll obviously engage the most, and they will be the ones that will buy, right? The highest percentage to buy. And most brand founders aren't even aware of this happening right now, right? Here's how we set up ASC campaigns so that it goes after new customers. You can see here. Here's like the example of the ad report and the audience breakdown. So for this one, it's September 2024, so recently. You can see here. So within that month, we spent about 121K for 122K rounded up for this brand at an overall ROAS of 4.73. So we made them a 576K return. You can see new audiences. We spent over 6 figures on new audiences and generated over 500K in return. Existing customers, we only spent 1,000. So, and 9.83 ROAS, cool, but we only generated 9.99K. So you can see we walk the talk, right? Most of our ad spend is focused on here, and here's the ASC breakdown, new customers. All right. Part of our scaling strategy at TOF are with ASC campaigns. So to prevent Meta from retargeting with ASC, we add tight audience exclusions in the campaign settings to force it to go after new customers. Every ASC campaign has these audience exclusions. All customers lifetime, all email subscribers lifetime, anyone who engaged Facebook and Instagram in the past year, and anyone who visited the website in the past 180 days. Now, by lifetime, I mean the entire list from Shopify ever since the brand started, not customers from past 180 days or anything like that, right? And to take it one step further, we add integrations in Klaviyo so that every new customer and email subscriber gets added to those lists, regardless of where they come from. It could be organic, it can be PR, email, doesn't matter. They get added to that list. Our ads, same thing. This is how we add ASC campaigns so that it doesn't burn money on retargeting, but instead gets us new customers profitably at scale. Here's another example. You see the audience breakdown. New customers, we spent 80K on that. 4.73 ROAS, over 380K return. Existing customers, we only spent $665 on that, right? The third disadvantage is that your entire strategy is at risk. Since only Meta knows the ins and outs of how ASC works, they can do whatever they like with it, and we wouldn't know exactly what changed. So if your campaigns are mostly all or even all ASC, all it takes is one change that can suddenly dismantle everything overnight. And you would even know why it happened. It's just, oh no, everything just stopped working. It's like building a house made of sand. All it takes is one wave and everything crumbles. Similar situation with iOS 14. All it took was one change from Apple, not even Meta, to completely change how ads are run. It exposed people who didn't know what they were doing, who were just relying on one-trick ponies, and who were just spamming retargeting campaigns. And it was a blessing for those who did know what they're doing to adapt and get ahead. So instead of building our house made of sand, we built it made of rock by having campaigns to hedge against ASC. It's a nice rock house, right? I briefly said ASC is only part of our scaling strategy in the last part, right? When I talked about this disadvantage over here. Oh, I mean disadvantage right here, right? Well, that's the conclusion. So if your campaigns are mostly or even all, oh, okay, I went to this part already. Oh, okay, I kind of lost it here. So here, I briefly said ASC is only part of our scaling strategy in the last part, so I'll be expanding on it here. So here's how we hedge against ASC campaigns is with our CBO winning audience campaigns. So here's a setup. CBO, TOF shop, 5 ad sets on Advantage Plus audience. Winning audience 1, top 4 audiences over 50 million with 5 ad sets. Same for the next ad set, same for the next ad set, on and on and on. One campaign always drives traffic to the Instagram shop with 5 ad sets on Advantage Plus audience. Now, Advantage Plus audience on the ad set are different than Advantage Shopping campaign. That's a Advantage Shopping campaign is the campaign level. Advantage Plus audience is on the ad set level. That's okay. The rest of the campaigns have 5 ad sets, and each ad set is stacked with the top 4 proven audiences totaling over 50 million. So at this point for us, we know exactly what interests or lookalike audiences, especially interest, works for a specific in fashion or in jewelry, depending on the market. But we also like to test 10 to 15 audiences minimum because there are always nuances per case-by-case scenario, right? So, for example, Cosmopolitan magazine is a really good one. So the size is 60 to 70 million. Glamour magazine, 65 to 77 million. The size. So if we stack them together, obviously it's over 50 million, right? So that's like the size we want. The reason it has to be over 50 million is so there's a big enough market size for us to scale in, right? So if I couple all the audiences together, 50 million is like, let's say this, right? So we just need enough room to scale. I'm talking about a couple thousand to even $10,000 a day so that this size can sustain that level of ad spend and scale. So these audiences can be a mix of interest audiences, lookalike audiences, proxima audiences if you use that software. It doesn't matter what type of audience as long as the total audience size is over 50 million. These are scaling campaigns where we have the most control and know exactly what's going on that run alongside ASC scaling campaigns. So if something does happen to ASC, our own scaling campaigns are good and progress is not lost. So let's say our ASC is going like this, CBO is going like this. Okay, something happens, a change happens to ASC, a drastic change. Okay, it starts underperforming. Boom, we still have our own CBO scaling campaigns. In conclusion, the way we run ads may seem old school to some, but the bottom line is that it works. Meta's interests isn't fully aligned with brand's interests. You still have to give Meta instructions to get the best results from it. Just handing them complete control of your ads and not knowing exactly how they do things is very risky. They will happily just take your money, your precious ad spend, and just run laps around you. And if you're paying agencies that only run ASC campaigns, you might as well do it yourself because they're just pushing buttons. Just upload creatives and letting Facebook do its thing isn't a strategy. That's it for this topic. If you want to see more actionable fashion ad content that can help your brand scale and get better ad results, then check out the rest of the videos we have on our social media. If you're interested in working with us, click the link in bio to see a fashion case study and client testimonials if you're on Instagram, and then book a call with us. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description to book a call, and I'll see you in the next one.